Hello and salut everybody. Question of the day is, do you choose your children or your new lover? I know you heard me. You heard what I said. I will explain myself, but before I do, welcome to the channel Chatting with Nicole. We are just chatting here. If you have not subscribed, do me a favor, support a sister. Subscribe right now. Share this video, like, and also check out the rest of the video. So I'm asking you the question. Are you choosing your children or your new lover or your lover, however you want to put it? Are you? Well, this is why I'm asking the question. So I hear stories and I know friends, family who are going to this situation. And I've seen a lot and I want to address it as an African woman with our education, where we come from, how we were brought up, as an African woman, as African parents. I want to, it bothers me. So I want to address this and ask the question. Do you choose your children or your lover or your new, woman, the new woman in your life? I don't know how to put it. The new woman in your life. If you have children, and you may be divorced or you lost your wife and you're trying to date, you're trying to go out with another woman. Do you choose? Do you stay on the side of your children? Are you on your children's side, or are you going to stay on your new wife, new lover, new girlfriend, new person in your life side? Are you choosing sides? That's the right question. Are you choosing your children, or are you choosing your new woman in your life? Or do you even have to choose? Do you have to choose? I'm asking this question because I've seen parents, they are trying to date. They're trying to bring, women in their lives. They have kids, whatever the circumstances. They're not with the kid's mother anymore. They're trying to, bring this new person. They're interested in another person. And the person comes into their life, but they feel like, and I have examples. They feel like they want you, the new woman, they want you to worship their children. They want you to be the one begging their children to like you. They want you, to be the maid to their children. I've seen that this is happening. So I am asking the question, do you choose your children over, your new wife to be? Is your children more important than your new wife to be? Or do you even have to choose? Do you have to do that? Do you? So these people are a few, examples that I have. They want you to be the one calling the children, begging them, asking them to like you. You'll be buying stuff and, showing them and giving them, doing all of that because you want to be with their father. And the father is asking you to do that. To do everything, give everything, and be this person to their kids, because their kids are more important than you. And they want the kids to love you before he can decide whether he want to marry you or he want to take the next step with you. From where I come from, I always say that blood is thicker than water. Yes, your children are your children. They're all going to stay your children. That is never going to change no matter what. But what you don't know is your children are going to grow up. They're going to leave the house. They are going to have their own family to stay with. Your daughter, she's going to get married and have her own husband. Your son will move out and have her own wife. So your children are still going to be your children. Blood is thicker than water. And I wouldn't say choose one over the other. But just know that you need a wife. You want a wife. You want somebody to be with. This is your life. So is it worth you, sacrificing, choosing your children over your own life, your new, woman who's going to be part of your life for the rest of your life now? Is it worth you doing that? And if you're where I'm from, you are African, or wherever you come from, we're supposed to have raised our children to respect elders. That's how we raise our children. In our culture, You as a child, you're supposed to respect your adult, your sister, anybody who's older than you, you're supposed to respect them. So if you bring these women in a house and you want them to do what you are asking them to do to your kids, you're not teaching your kids to respect her. She's going to be your wife. If you're asking her to, you're supposed to be calling them, you're supposed to be buying things for them. I'm not married, I haven't married you yet. You're supposed to be this maid to them. They're not going to respect her. And if she is a woman like me, she's not going to do that. She's not going to want them to see her. But I just want you to listen to me. I'm trying not to use specific and call specific examples because of the situations. So that's why I'm putting it this way. So I want you to hear me out. If you're a man, you are interested in a woman, and whether you are African or not, I want you to understand that you don't have to choose. Your kids are your blood, but they are going to grow up. They are going to leave the house in a few years. They are going to have their own family. You need to educate them. You need to teach them for them to take that with them. You need to help them learn that they have to respect your new wife, the woman who's coming in your life. They have to respect her, and vice versa. And she has to learn, she has to earn their respect. That's her job to do that. But don't be telling your new, woman that she needs to submit to your children. She needs to beg your children. No. Because she does that, they're not going to respect her. And if you're doing that, you're not respecting her. And she will not want to do that. So instead of feeling like you have to choose your children over your new, woman, or either choosing your new woman over your children, you don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. You just have to understand that these are your children. They need to respect you and your new, woman. And your new woman knows that she has to earn the respect of the children. You have to respect her, and she has to respect you. She has to know where she stands. She has to know how important she is to you. Even though you love your children, that should never change. She will never ask you to love her more than your children. But there has to be a balance. There has to be an understanding. So if you are going through that right now, if you're struggling trying to choose, trying to figure out who to please, you don't have to do that. Just have a conversation. Just have them sit down, talk to your new woman, and let her tell you what she's feeling. Talk to your children. Make sure they know who's the boss. And I know me right now, my son, if I bring somebody in my relationship, I have to talk to my son. My son has to like the person. I'm not saying I'm going to force him, but I want to hear what he has to say because he's a young man. I don't want to be in a relationship where he can't talk to my son. And that happened before. I was like, no, he can't talk to my son and he doesn't respect him and my son doesn't respect all of that. My son has to show respect. Just like he respects me, he needs to respect whoever that person is in my life. He needs to respect that. This is my life. He's going to have his life. But I also want my son to tell me if something is wrong, if he sees something on this person that I don't know, maybe I'm missing it. Maybe I'm omitting it. I want him to also tell me, Ma, look at this, or Ma, this is happening. I want him to tell me that. So that's how you have to raise your children that way. They have to respect whoever is coming. They have to have a relationship, but doesn't have to be choosing. We raise our children to respect elders. So you have to raise them, talk to them to respect your new person, your new man or your new wife, just like they respect you. And the new person coming in your life needs to earn their respect. They need to earn it. And they know they have to earn that. All of this has to start with you. How did you conduct the introduction? What conversation did you have with both parties? It has to come from you. So keep that in mind while you're going through this. If you did it wrong, just sit down, have a conversation, discuss it, and come to an understanding. and know that you don't have to choose. You don't have to choose. You can still be happy, have your children in your life, and still have your new husband or wife or girlfriend or boyfriend in your life happily. So that's what I want to share with you today. If you have any concern, if you have any questions, you have any observation, you have any pushback, you are feeling any kind of way right now about what I just discussed, I want to hear from you. I want to know how you're feeling. I want to know what you are going through. And if you need help, if you're in a situation right now, you just need help trying to figure out, you can call me. I'll give you my free 99 advice. I'll do that for you because that's what I'm here for. Stay safe and blessed. Stay open-minded. Have a grateful heart. And I will see you next time you see me.